Be present. That's a real similar one too. The thing that steals our peace the most is if we're focused on the past, what we could have done differently, what we should have done differently, or reminiscing on what was that maybe is no longer in our life. That steals our peace, right? We're stuck. If we're focused on the future, now I have a vision board. There's a portion of me that obviously has to look ahead to know what I want. But if my focus is specifically the future and not here, it could be overwhelming, right?
Right.
And it steals my peace because sometimes you look ahead and you're like, how will I get there? Like, it just feels like too much. You have to bring yourself back to this moment and be truly, truly here in this moment. So that's a give me. I'm not going to stick too much on that one because that's something we hear every day, but you'd be surprised how many of us every single day either get stuck planning, to-do list, right? Goals, to-do list, and we forget to just be in this moment right now.
I talk a lot about that myself, and I try to get, we, especially with technology and all of the distractions, it's funny because if one of the exercises I like to talk people into doing is just when you get in the car, don't turn anything on.
Oh, right? Good one.
Because we want to have white noise. It makes us feel, I don't know, comfortable, I guess. I don't know. Because what I found out is most people don't like to be with themselves.
Interesting.
And what being alone in a room with nothing on, or being in a car with with the radio not on, or you're not on the cell phone, causes you to be alone with your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're alone with your thoughts, you start to go down that trip of, am I a procrastinator? Why am I not doing what I need to be doing? Why didn't I leave that bad relationship yet? And we don't want to deal with that, right? So we just turn the radio on and we start singing, or we'll get on the phone because it's easier to do that. I so love that principle. I've circled it because being present is something like when I'm running. Sometimes I don't run with music because my thing is that I don't want to miss like this moment in time of running, of seeing the houses that I pass by, or hearing the birds sing that you would never catch if you're doing something else, or just being able to, because if you think about 365 days we live in a year, how many of those days can you actually remember?
Right.
It's the birthday, Christmas, something big has to happen, but we're missing. So we would go through a whole lifetime and maybe remember 20 days. It's sad, but it's all based on, because we're not present to enjoy the sunset or the sunrise or the rain, the way it smells, and all of the other things that may come along because we're constantly being distracted or doing something else. So I love this one, by the way.
Good for you, Klarque. I'm so glad that you're aware of that, and it makes life so much more rich. I mean, just think about when someone asks you, "What did you eat yesterday for lunch?" And to think about it, right? Think about the next time you have a meal. To be fully present, and in the moment and mindful, and just enjoy it. Not rush, not eat in the car, not go into, but actually sit there. If you're with somebody, enjoy their company, put the phone away, but just being there, it's so much, it has richness, and it also adds peace because you're not trying to multitask in your head, you're in one place. The one thing that you said is so interesting. You said time alone, which that's one of the tools that we're going to talk about. It's on my list of the 10, but also people are afraid to have time alone. They avoid it, which is why I put the cleanse as number 1. Because if you deal with those unhealthy thought patterns, all the junk, then time alone is actually peaceful because it's not all just sitting there waiting for you to, right?
Yep.
So So that's why the cleanse is first. And sometimes the cleanse is daily, every morning. Sometimes it might be just when you're feeling a little, like, what's going on? Let me take a look at the things I'm thinking about. What's replaying in my head over and over again. So thoughts are huge. I use thoughts so much in therapy, and I'll continue with our list, but there's a thing called, I don't know if you want to write this down, it's called CBT. It's cognitive behavioral therapy. And all it means, the most condensed version I can tell you, is your thoughts influence your emotions, and your emotions influence your behavior. So if you're just thinking and thinking on something that's stressing you out, and you're just fixated on it, your emotions are going to be anxious. Your behavior might be like really twiddling your fingers, or pacing, or tightening your muscles, or which leads to migraines. Or so if you can manage your thoughts, you can truly control how you feel every single day. Because if you see that they're going down the negative, you switch it and you get yourself back in track. If you see they're going sad, that's what's causing you to be depressed. You have to know how to do thought replacement, visualization, anything to switch those thoughts. So that cleanse, and I do, like I said, I have a whole day class on the cleanse, so it goes into a lot of things. So, but that's a huge place to start.